Share this article. Graphic prepared for Castle Park Coronado game, which wasn't played. Image via Huddle.com. Is Castle Park High School on the verge of canceling its football season? Support times of San Diego's growth with a small monthly contribution. The question can be posed in the wake of the Chula Vista School's forfeit last week to Coronado and the local CIF chief's fears about the team struggling to find players. According to Bernard Ansola-Bahir, Castle Park's athletic director and second-year football coach, the home game was cancelled due to injuries. But the San Diego Union-Tribune reported Sunday that multiple players quitting also were to blame. Jess Carney, deputy sports editor at the UT, later confirmed that the coach said the team has had some players quit. In a statement Sunday, Ansola-Bahir said, "We only had 16 players able to suit up for the game, and it was determined that it would not be safe to put our team on the field." Bernard Ansola-Bahir, Castle Park athletic director and football coach. Image via LinkedIn.com. He and school administrators didn't respond to follow-up questions regarding players quitting. Fallbrook is set to travel to Castle Park this Friday, but athletic director Patrick Walker said Tuesday, "I have nothing yet from Coach Ansola-Bahir. At this point, I am trying to get a hold of their administration to confirm the contest." The Trojans, whose football team has produced 4 CIF Players of the Year and 5 league titles, won their first game in more than a year in its season opener against O'Farrell Charter but lost the next week at Mar Vista High School in Imperial Beach. San Diego CIF Commissioner Jerry Schneep said Castle Park told his office that it didn't have enough eligible, healthy athletes to compete in the contest. "I was told they had numerous players injured the previous week, have some academically ineligible players and have had a very tough time finding students who want to play football this year," Schneep said. Schneep said he learned that some Castle Park students would come out for several days but then stop attending. "I interpreted this as kids who were asked to play and then figured out it wasn't for them," he said. "I have not been told, nor do I believe that they've had multiple players quit that had either played in the past or been with the team this year for a significant period of time." Schneep called it very concerning that a school with the athletic history of Castle Park is struggling to field a varsity football team. "I believe Castle Park has faced a number of challenges in the past 2 years, including a dropping enrollment and a change in head coaches," he said Tuesday via email. "I also believe they are doing everything they can to find players, maintain 2 football teams, including junior varsity, and be competitive." Schneep said his office doesn't get involved in team discipline or injury issues other than to advise, help train and support the schools unless we receive a complaint of alleged wrongdoing. "I don't believe that's the case here," he said. Castle Park has some very good coaches who are doing their best but are struggling. The Trojans, part of the 4-team Metro Pacific League, play a 10-game season. Xpreps lists a roster of 51 players, including junior varsity. Last year, the varsity football team went 0-10. Ansola-Bahir, a San Diego State graduate and teacher in the Sweetwater Union High School District since 2004, said he couldn't comment on specific player injuries. He said he informed the team of the forfeit at lunch Friday, the day the decision was made, by himself and his staff. "The forfeit was, in no way, a reflection of the toughness or competitiveness of our core group of varsity football players," he said. In fact, he said, players were in disbelief that they weren't going to play Friday. In a season preview of the Division 5 program, the UT last month said of Castle Park, numbers were a problem when Ansola-Bahir took over late last season, so the hope is that will be one of the first improvements for a team that did not win a game. Not only did Castle Park have a small squad, 15 of those players graduated with only 5 starters returning, Ansola-Bahir said of the forfeit. "All in all, it was a very tough decision, but I believe it was the correct decision for the safety of our student athletes. Going forward, we will work hard to turn this into a positive and not allow this disappointment to define us as the Castle Park Trojan football program." Friday night lights out. Castle Park football season in doubt after forfeit was last modified, September 5, 2018 by Ken Stone. Greater than subscribe to Times of San Diego's free daily email newsletter. Click here, follow us.